This is exciting. It's the first...
Literal on the road.
Right, little on the road podcast.
I am going to take a little bit of issue. Well, no, I guess. I was going to take issue with the quotation marks on the box, but I think in this case...
You think they're accurate?
They actually work.
Mm.
This is called shotgun, so you yell shotgun when you're going into the car.
Right, not
so
an actual shotgun.
Well, it would be something that you say as you're going into the car. It would be spoken words.
Got you. So actual quote is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. But that's still very hot. Very hot.
Yeah, I don't like coffee from places. I have to let it sit for at least 15 minutes in the air conditioning blowing on it. Otherwise, it's way too hot for me. That or I have to have a lot of space for milk, and then I put cold milk in it, and then it's drinkable.
Oh, then it brings it down a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But usually the milk's not that cold, or milk, cream, whatever you put in there. All right, so...
Hey!
Hi!
Welcome to our first ever on the road video podcast.
So we are literally on the road right now. We are heading to West Palm Beach to Actors Rep Theater to do a show, a cage match.
That's right.
So by the time you hear this, we'll definitely have won the cage match. So that's not a concern. But we're going to play shotgun on the way. This game was gifted to me by Tiffany. Shout out to Tiffany. She's been waiting for a shout out on the pod. And it is from the makers of What Do You Meme? So it's basically like 2 decks of cards. The cards are bright green, which is lovely. And it comes with this cool pouch. There are 200 cards. And you basically just pull cards, and one might be a dare, one might be trivia, one might be questions, challenges, stories. So we're just going to go back and forth until we decide we're done.
And since this is our first ever video podcast, you can easily listen to us the way you normally do. But if you wanted to, you can visit playdatepod.us and check out the video version, which we are recording in the car on the way up to West Palm Beach.
Yeah, it may not be that dynamic because we're
just
in a car.
But yeah, so shotgun by What Do You Meme? All right, let's
yeah.
Play. Now it specifically says
Alan Dashie on a road trip. That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna pick, and then I'll read it.
Okay.
And then we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever gets the most points wins. And then you can pick your card, but I'll read it.
You'll read it, yeah, so I don't have to take my eyes off the road. Because Miami.
Because Miami. We're moving very slowly, but okay. Just for fun. Whoever's losing right now has to buy the current winner a snack at the next rest stop. We're no
both tied.
Losing.
So
no one's winning. We're tied.
Losing, yeah.
No snacks. Although Dash just did buy a coffee. And he offered to buy me a tea, but I said no. I declined.
Okay. So just pull out your card.
Okay. Player with the longest commute gets a point for going through that 5 days a week. I think your commute is longer than mine. Do you know how many miles your commute is?
It's about 11.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how long is yours?
Like 3.5.
Oh, wow, yeah.
How long does your commute take you?
Depends on the day. My commute can take me, anywhere from 20, 25 minutes to like an hour, depending on traffic.
There's a peach car in front of us. It is fully like the peach-colored Crayola crayon.
Oof.
It is a choice. This person has made a choice.
Yeah.
Maybe if I look at it, you can see it in my glasses.
Because it's not like a Mary Kay pink.
Yeah, it's not Mary Kay pink. It is peach, specifically peach. Y'all, it's wild.
Mm-hmm. So
There's a car out here for everyone.
How many points did I get for that?
Truly. You got, a point. So I'm going to keep your points in here. I'll keep my points over here.
Got it.
And the dead cards I'm going to keep underneath my thigh. Because that's how we're going to do it.
All right.
Okay. 1 point to all the cozy cats wearing sweatpants. Are you wearing sweatpants?
I am not. I'm wearing my jeans because I just got out of work.
I'm wearing jeans too.
Nobody's wearing sweatpants.
If this was a longer road trip, I would be wearing leggings, probably not sweatpants.
Okay.
It's too hot.
It is.
Too hot for sweatpants.
Sweatpants are not a thing. Like pajama pants, sometimes too much.
It's like leggings.
Yeah.
All the way. It's just too hot.
I feel like Miami is leggings or shorts. Like I would wear shorts, like comfortable cotton.
Yeah.
Maybe not cotton, but like what's like a
nice, basketball short.
Right, like a basketball short.
Like a jersey material basketball short.
Right, something soft.
Magic Logistics. For all your Magic Logistics needs.
What is a Magic Logistic?
I don't know. You know, maybe where to put your box on the stage. So you can saw your grill in half.
How to hold a deck of cards.
Where do you put your hat? Do you put it on a chair? Do you put it on a platform maybe? I don't know.
Where do you go if you're disappearing off the stage?
Right. Do you go stage left, stage right? Just drop right down into the audience? Do you make it a trick? So many things. So many logistics to think about in the world of magic. Was that your pick or my pick? That was my pick.
Oh, your pick. So I go next.
I love this bag. Look at this cool bag.
Another cool bag.
Okay. Quick. What is the capital of the states we're in? First person.
Tallahassee.
I wasn't done reading the card.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We're in the state of Florida. Yeah, but I was still reading.
Ooh.
Fine. You can have it.
Yeah.
This Florida capital is Tallahassee.
Also, I'm
the answer.
convinced they picked Tallahassee as the capital because at the time they were picking capitals, everything south of the Okeechobee Lake was just swamp. But now it's like the most profitable part of Florida.
Yeah. Also, like, I just feel like a capital should be central. Many of them are not. Many are not.
They're not.
But, like, why not Orlando? Just because it's central.
Right.
It's right in the middle. You don't have to travel too far to get anywhere.
No.
I have never been to Tallahassee. I've lived here over 15 years and never once been to Tallahassee. Not one time.
Nope, me neither.
Yeah. There's a school in Tallahassee, right?
FSU? Maybe? Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't go to school here. Okay, my pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Starting with Shotgun, that's me. Go around and name songs that have drive in the lyrics.
Ooh.
The first person to get stumped loses a point. So not in the title, in the lyrics. I get to go first.
Okay.
Drive by Incubus.
Okay. Shut Up and Drive. Shut Up and Drive.
Okay. I'm going to go with Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. Do I get extra points for also saying the artist?
I don't know. Does the card say that?
No, but we can make that decision. Because I feel like I'm crushing it and you're just... Someone is calling you. Okay, so Dash just received a phone call, and it was 47 seconds long, which allowed me to think of She Drives Me Crazy. Ooh, ooh, like no one else. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, I got it. That Britney Spears song. You drive me crazy.
Oh, good one.
Can't something.
Speak. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm in too deep. Crazy, because it feels all right.
Baby, thinking of you.
Sing more,
yeah, we'll have to pay. Yeah,
you can't.
We can't monetize this video.
Okay. The wheels on the bus.
Oh.
Could have drive in it, right? The driver on the bus goes.
It does have technically the word drive in it.
Wave. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I have to take 75. I'm approaching an exit. I have to take 75 north. So I'm here. Okay. I'm out. I'm stumped.
Yay! Good, because I didn't have one more. That's my first point. Oh, you lose a point. I don't even get a point. You just lose one.
What the hell?
What? Lame. Okay. Is it my pick?
Yeah. Oh, no, mine.
Okay. Lose 3 points if you've ever hit a car then driven away. Couldn't you have at least left a note?
No, I've never hit a car and then driven away.
I have also never hit a car and then driven away. That's good.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
No.
That's
do not hit cars and then drive away.
Actually, normally I don't even hit cars. I run into columns and stuff. That's more my...
I'm so glad that you continued that thought because
That's more my MO.
When you said normally I don't hit cars and you paused, I really want to be like, you hit people?
No. No, like I run into columns and stuff.
Okay.
Like columns and barricades, barriers, like that's more my style.
Yeah. I can tell you, though, that a lot of people don't know this, but if your car is still movable after you get into the accident, you are allowed to move it out of the flow of traffic. As a matter of fact, it's a safety issue. A lot of people will hit another car, right? Like you'll rear end another car,
just stay in the middle lane of US1.
And then they'll just like stand outside or in between the cars, looking at the damage, like that, and then that's when other accidents happen. Like if you can move it to the side of the road, and then have a cop come or deal with it. So yeah, you can move your car out of the flow of traffic. Don't move it too far.
So many car accidents.
Right next to wherever you are.
Dashboard. First person to spot an animal outside the car wins a point. Now there's birds on the railing.
Oh, come on.
That's an animal.
That is an animal. Fine.
There's birds on the concrete railing.
Fine. I was about to say, is this in perpetuity? Like, it should say an animal.
No, it said first person. Are you arguing birds are not an animal?
No. I'm just saying that they should qualify as animal, not birds, because birds are so easy.
Well, there's another bird right there.
Okay, fine.
And that one was an alive bird, not just a picture of a bird.
An alive bird.
An alive bird. It was a little Sebastian, ibis.
That's Sebastian.
Vote on one passenger to get out and walk the rest of the way. That player gets 2 points because that was rude, guys. I vote that you walk the rest of the way.
I vote that you walk the rest of the way. You're the runner. You have more stamina than I do.
Fine. I get 2 points because that was rude.
Gotcha. You know what? So this is a game not just for like long road trips with a car full of people.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also good for like if you're constantly taking short trips from here to there with your friends. Just you get into the car, you pull out a card, and then that's the card for that ride.
It could be.
You know what I mean?
But some of them are quick.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's it, quick. So it happens. That was the game you played that ride.
So it's like a long game. Like you play over the course of a week.
Right.
And then whoever has the most points at the end of the week gets gas money from everybody else.
Sure. Like I remember back when when you're just getting out of high school or you're just starting college, like you're always going places with your friends and you all pile into one car because maybe some people don't drive yet.
Or you drive a minivan.
Or you drive a larger car.
I drove a minivan.
It just makes sense. So all of you go together, right? So like I used to take trips with 2 or 3 of my friends at a time. And this would be a regular thing. So like if you're in that situation, these cards would be perfect.
I tried to play this on a longer road trip with some students, and they were not having it.
No?
They asked me...
Please, can we stop?
Yeah, no. They, like, played a couple of cards, and then they just were not that into it. I don't know. Mm. So you may have to choose your crowd. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Choose your crowd. Okay. Anyone who brought a book to read on this trip gets a point. You're not going to read it. Who are you kidding? Did you bring a book?
I did not. I actually left my bag at work.
I 100% brought a book. We're even going to do a reveal.
You absolutely, I'm sure
this is a video pod. This is the book that I brought. It's called Work Won't Love You Back by Sarah Jaffe. I'm reading it for the book club at work. Yeah. I need to be done reading it by next Tuesday, and I am not going to be. Okay, don't tell anybody. But yeah, I brought that. I'm not going to read it. It's very small print.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very small print, and it's a lot of information, so it's taking me a while to get through it.
Why don't you get the audiobook version and just listen to the rest of it?
I tried, but...
Just got caught off by a big yellow truck, folks, who just... 3 lanes.
Yep, they just cut across 3 lanes. And it's definitely like someone who... Is that a moving truck, is it?
It doesn't look like a moving truck, but it's definitely not like a commercial truck. That's somebody rented that truck.
Yeah, not great.
Just for the sake of venting right now, this truck was in the right-hand lane, and traversed 3 lanes, not because they missed an exit or were about to miss an exit. No, they traversed 3 lanes just to get in the fast lane. There was no emergency.
Life in the fast lane.
There was no emergency there. Why did they need to do that?
I mean,
Anyway.
I would argue that cutting across that much traffic is creating an emergency that
Correct.
really doesn't need to be created.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be safe out there, folks. Be safe.
Yeah. Gain a point if you've ever ridden on a motorcycle on the highway. Add 2 points if you've ever road tripped on a motorcycle.
Oh, I wish. That's a dream. That's a dream right there.
My dad has a motorcycle,
Mhm.
and I have ridden the motorcycle with my father. And it was on a highway, but not like a traditional, not like a 4-lane. It was like a country road highway.
Okay.
So that's 1 point.
Life is a highway.
Does that song have drive in it?
ride it all night.
Yes,
Yes!
it does.
I want to drive it all
we
night
missed that
long.
one.
Yes, it does
We
have
missed
it.
that
It does
one.
have drive
How did we
it.
miss Life is a Highway?
I don't know.
You gave
That's
up.
the road trip song.
It is. That's you. Every road trip playlist, you kick it off with that,
Yeah.
and then you get a little free falling going, and then you do like some theme stuff.
All rise. Just all rise the entire way.
By the end of the road trip, you're just exhausted and crying. The music's too good. I need fast car. I need something. Fast car will bring you down real fast.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh. So for those of you watching the video version of this, this is pretty much what it's like for us when we record these podcasts. Like, you're watching exactly what our faces and emotions go through when we're recording these podcasts, but you're doing it in real time.
But you can't see my eyes, which are really the most expressive part. Sorry, it's sunny. First person in the back seat to correctly say the words on every side view mirror wins 2 points. We don't have anyone in the back seat.
No, but
Also, I don't know what that means. On every side view mirror.
every side view mirror
Say
says the same words.
on every side view mirror.
Objects closer than appear. Yep.
No one in the back seat. You want to pick another one? Because there was no one in the back seat.
Yeah.
No, 2 players were sitting behind the driver.
What? All right.
Although this is secretly me just throwing away the card because I don't want to do the challenge.
I'm going to take this.
Compete in a freestyle rap battle.
Yes! But we're doing that before the end of the episode, right?
Dashboard. Next time you pass cows, everyone moo.
Okay.
Last one to moo loses a point.
So in perpetuity. From now until the end of this recording.
From now until someone moos. If we see cows. I don't know if we're going to see cows, though.
I don't think so.
This isn't a particularly cowy area.
No, however, the area of Miami Lakes near where my parents live, there are many cows, and I have an interesting fact as to why that is, even though it's not a farm area. It is not a agricultural area. You want to hear the fun fact?
I have wanted nothing more in my entire life.
So, the town of Miami Lakes enjoys huge tax benefits because they are technically an agrarian city or an agrarian town, despite the fact that we don't actually raise anything
are there
there are random pens of grass and they just move the cows around to
are
them.
there trees somewhere? Are there fruit trees? Or
No, not in Miami Lakes. I mean, there might be a botanical garden here and there, but I'm saying there are random plots. You'll be driving through Hialeah and Miami Lakes, and there will be...
Oh, I don't drive through those
Nobody
places,
right
but thank you.
There will be random plots of land with cows on them for no reason. Nobody's doing anything with those cows. And then they will just take those cows and move them.
On the steering wheel.
I think, fine, cruise control.
No, I think the cows probably move themselves, no?
No, from pen to pen? No. Trucks come, they move a couple of cows to a different pen, like that.
I mean, cows are mobile. They can move.
Yeah, within one pen, but they can't, jump a gate.
Yeah, but you can also put the pen around the cow.
Yes. But what I'm saying
my guess is the cows are moving and they're putting the pens around the cow rather than the cows in the pens.
What? No.
Why?
No, because there are several pens. There are just so there's 10 cows in pen A and 2 cows in pen B.
This is a math problem.
I
don't like it. I don't like it.
So, okay, 10 cows in pen A, 2 cows in pen B, then somebody will come with a truck and move 6 cows from A to B. So now there are 4 cows in A and 8 cows in B. And then they'll take 6 cows later from somewhere else and move them to pen C.
And how much is the price of beef? Okay. Cow people. Tell us how cows work.
So it started as an interesting fact, and then you turned it into math and made it boring.
You turned it into math. I didn't turn it into... You turned it into math. You did that. Okay, so mine says, player with the lowest cell battery gets a point, and then gets dibs on charging their phone. So I'm going to check your cell phone battery.
I don't think you can see my cell phone battery.
I can see.
Oh, wait, there it is.
Okay, 71. Mine is lower than 71. It's like 50 something.
Okay.
Mine was like 59 last time I checked it.
Gotcha.
So
you get cell phone charging privileges?
I get cell phone charging.
Yeah, and mine's at 71 and climbing because...
Yours is 71 and plugged in, yeah. But mine's definitely under 70. Right. It's under 60.
Well, good news, because I have a triple-headed phone charger that can charge my phone and yours.
I'm fine. I'm not looking at it right now.
Fair.
Okay. I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
I brought a little charging cable if I need to charge it later, but I'm fine. Whoever spots the next cop gets a point for being on the lookout. So this is another dashboard. This is another in perpetuity.
We just passed a cop.
I know. We did just pass a cop. So cops and cows... That person gets a point. So we're on the lookout for cows and we're on the lookout for a cop.
Ooh, I want another dashboard one that starts with a C.
Oh, right?
I love some alliteration.
What could it be? A camera?
Ah, traffic cameras.
A traffic camera? Okay.
Cop! No, never mind.
No,
sorry.
Not a cop.
Jump the gun.
Not a cop.
Jump the gun.
Definitely like a work truck.
Tow truck.
If we've had to stop so you could pee so far during this game, you lose a point.
Nope, went before we left.
Went before we left, it was the best move. No one gets a point. Or no loses a point. Right. No one loses a point. Okay.
I've been
the best lane. If anyone has a negative score, they get a point to help them out. You have 1.
And you have?
And I have...
You have a couple.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
I'm winning is the main takeaway of that. Okay.
We are now. I picked it. We are now passing the Sawgrass Mills Mall.
Still no cops. Still no cows.
Mm-hmm.
There will definitely be a cop somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely be a cop somewhere. Okay.
What does that tell you?
That state troopers drive on state highways.
But also more cops and cows. Okay, never mind. Go on.
Well, cops are moving longer distances. Cows are sort of staying in the same spot.
Are they staying in the same spot, or do they move and then they put pens around
them? I mean, the pens are all in a particular area. It's not like cows are driving miles and miles on the highway.
All right, go ahead.
Also, you don't just see one cow. You see several cows at a time. But you only see usually 1 or 2 cops at a time. Your comparison doesn't make sense.
Sorry.
How many cars does Jerry Seinfeld own? Oh, I'm just going to ask this to you because I can see the answer. How many cars does Jerry Seinfeld own? No cheating.
27.
No.
Am I close?
You're not close at all.
Is it a 3-digit number?
Yes.
Wow. 137.
You're closer.
I don't know how many.
150.
I don't like that. That's too round of a number. Like, did he just get to 150 and stop?
Yeah, that seems fake.
Yeah.
That seems fake.
Also, that's way too many cars.
But also, isn't that the number of relationships that you can successfully maintain?
That's what I hear.
So he's just at the 150 cap.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
I'm going to give you a point for that.
I feel like once you have that many cars, you no longer have cars. You have a dealership.
Well, he did have that, like, riding in cars
comedians
with
riding in cars.
Were those were not his cars though, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Or were they?
I never watched it.
I
should have. I've heard good things about it.
I mean, it's interesting. If you're into comedy, it's really, I think, interesting. I stopped watching it after a while, but I watched quite a few episodes. But he never really makes it clear where the car comes from. Like if it's his car or if he rented it from somewhere. He's driving.
So I feel
usually
like
I think he's driving.
His cars.
I think sometimes he lets the other person drive.
150 cars. That means that you can drive a new car
almost every other day.
Right.
Every third day.
How do you? I don't know. I have like 5 shirts, and it's hard to decide which one to wear.
Right. Do you have like a specific car for a specific occasion, or like do you have a birthday car?
Mm-hmm. Do you have a DeLorean? Do you have a Batmobile?
Also, do you just have like a regular everyday, Honda Civic that you're just
Mazda
driving
3
around?
that he drives around with.
Picking up the kids from school and picking up groceries, or do you do that in your like Maserati?
Right.
I don't know. I have one car that doesn't even function right now.
Right.
So it's really hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like. I have a car and I don't have a car. So was that yours or mine?
I believe that was yours. Oh, yours, because you could see the answer.
People are going to be so... Yeah, but I read yours anyway.
Oh, right.
People are going to be so annoyed because I'm losing track so much.
I know. But I'm also, driving, so I can't help you.
Yeah. No, I know. It's fine.
And the fact that you're reading...
You're being safe.
The fact that you're reading every card is what's missing us up.
Dashboard. Next person to spot. Roadkill.
Oh.
Roadkill gets a point.
Okay.
So cops, cars...
Kill.
All right. Well,
it's still alliteration.
Yeah. Actually, there's not that much roadkill in Florida.
Right.
Compared to where I grew up.
We've already gotten rid of all the animals.
No, compared to where I grew up, there's roadkill all over the place in Michigan.
Really?
Here, maybe you'll see a snake or a possum on US 1 from time to time, but there's really not that much roadkill.
Right. Yeah, usually what I see is turtles or possums. Stray cats, which sadness.
Yeah, sad.
What sucks is now I own a cat. Before I used to see a roadkill cat and not think twice about it. But now that I own a cat, a cat has chosen to allow me to live in its house.
Yeah.
It's so hard to see roadkill cats or dogs.
Have you ever hit anything?
No. Well, lies. So once I hit a bird, but it flew off. So I think we're okay. And it's funny because... Sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. I'm sure the bird felt it. But, it wasn't even in my way. I was driving, and it was on the side of the road, and it flew into my windshield. Why would you fly into my windshield? But it left the impression of the entire side of its body and wing on my windshield, and then just flew off. So I don't know, maybe it was her and the adrenaline kept it going, but I was like, oh no.
But birds will also do that, and they stun themselves.
Sure.
They'll fly into a window and they'll stun themselves and then kind of shake it off.
Right.
And then
I guess.
And then
also windshials are on a diagonal, so it's not a blunt hit. It's more of a glancing.
Maybe it was aiming for somewhere else. It didn't do the physics right.
I guess.
Yeah, I think I hit a raccoon one time. Ooh. It was really, really dark outside, and it was back roads in Michigan. And I think I hit a raccoon, and I had to pull over to the side of the road and cry. I was so upset.
No.
Yeah, I was so upset. It was bad.
Yeah.
I was so upset. Anyway. Feelings! Okay. If you've ever spent the night in a car, you've earned yourself a point. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why did you spend the night in a car?
This is the life of a professional wrestler. Sometimes you can't afford a hotel, or if you're traveling.
Was it your car?
Yeah. Oh, I always drive.
No, but that doesn't mean that you spent the night in your own car. You could have spent the night in someone else's.
A rental car or somebody else's car.
Yeah,
right. No, my car.
Okay.
So, because again, it's for if I'm driving to a wrestling show, and I'm only getting paid $20, $40, whatever, to wrestle in that show, I'm already spending most of that on gas.
Right.
Right? If I have to rent a hotel room or rent another car or whatever, it's kind of not worth to the payment, right? So sometimes you can
sort of justify breaking even.
Right.
But
you can justify breaking even, but not going in at a loss.
Yeah.
At that point, you're just kind of doing it because you love it, which I do, and I have done. But as you get older, you sort of want to start doing that less.
Yeah.
But you would drive to places and you'd be tired and look, I'm going to stop. I'd rather sleep here on the side of the road than get into an accident. And if you go with somebody else, you can split the cost of the gas and the food and whatever.
Yeah.
So you're breaking a little bit better. So whatever, you just pull off the side of the road and you both take a nap in your respective seats and then move on.
But it was a super long drive, or it was you drove the way there, you wrestled, and then slept in the car and then drove home?
That one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Or you start to drive home and then you start to realize I'm way too tired.
I'm not gonna make it.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought I could make it home.
Smart decision.
Well, because when you're driving there, it's daytime and you're all excited and you're awake and you're talking and whatever. But then on the way back, everybody in your car falls asleep.
Yeah. Even if you have the AC blowing directly on you,
right. And you start to drive.
You've got your road trip playlist that's all up.
I still remember my buddy George. We were on our way back from Naples from a wrestling show, and whoever else was in the back seat, I want to say my brother was there, we're all sleeping in the back seat. And I remember I have anxiety about being driven places, so I always have to drive.
Yeah.
So
I know it's one of my favorite things about you, because
you hate driving.
I have anxiety about driving places, so I just get to sit in the car.
Yeah. So I'm driving, and I remember George saying, "Hey, Dash, are you awake?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Can you get back on the road then?"
Oh no!
I was on the side of the road. I was already halfway onto the shoulder, and I was all right, we need to stop. We need to pull over at the next rest stop. Then I just slapped myself a couple of times, splashed some water in my face. But yeah,
how far did you have in the trip?
So it's Naples, right? Which is a 2-hour drive. So we were probably an hour or so into the trip.
So an hour left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're that tired, okay, take a nap. 20, 30 minutes. Because and the thing is, at that late at night, you're not really losing anything by stopping to sleep.
Yeah.
Because what are you're going to get home a half an hour later? What are you going to do? You're just going to go home and sleep. So you're not, it's I have to be somewhere exactly half an hour later.
I need to be somewhere at 2:30
a.m. Nothing good ever happens after 2 in the morning.
If you need to be somewhere at 2:30 a.m., examine what brought you to that moment.
Yeah.
And think critically about it.
Yeah. Those Naples shows were fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, okay, so it's a county fair that they have over in Naples.
Okay.
And in Collier County.
Hi, everybody, it's the Collier County Fair.
Yeah. And they would hire us to go over there, and the fair goes on for 2 or 3 nights, and they hired us to do wrestling for those 2 nights, and we show out and get paid, but it's cool because it's a lot of people and the people in Collier County don't know who's famous, who's not. They just know wrestlers.
They just want to watch a wrestling show.
They just want to watch a wrestling show. So I've wrestled there at the Collier County Fair. I have wrestled in front of hundreds of people and 2 people. And it's all a great experience, especially when you're first starting out. My brother wrestled his first match at the Collier County Fair. Yeah. They needed somebody had to cancel last minute, and they were like, "Is Speedy with you?" Yeah, he's here. Can he wrestle? Yeah. All right. So we
I guess.
Stopped by a Walmart, picked him up some knee pads. He was ready to go.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
I think it is. Let's do one more.
At home? Is it my turn? Okay. I'm going to pick from the bag. Okay. First player who can find something lodged in the crack of their seat wins 2 points. Your car's pretty clean.
Yes, it is. Thank you for noticing.
Your car's pretty clean.
Also, I have little bumpers that keep things from falling into the cracks, so you're not going to find
technically, I found this.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which, it's hard to see. The light doesn't adjust properly.
Yeah.
But
It's a name tag.
Yeah.
It's a name tag.
We'll call it. It's not in the crack of the seat though. Like
Yeah.
you specifically placed it there. Your car is clean.
Yeah.
A particle of dust, maybe. No one gets points on that.
No.
Okay.
All right. So that was shotgun.
Oh, you're done?
I think so. You want me to do one more?
Do one more.
Do one more. It's our first video one. We got to go extra.
Yeah. I'm still on the lookout for this cop car, man.
Me too.
Okay. If you've ever had to miss out on a field trip because your parents didn't sign the permission slip, have a point. At least you made it today.
I have a caveat, but okay.
I know that's not me. I never. Not that I remember.
Yeah.
If it did happen, I don't remember it happening.
Right.
So, great job, parents. You wiped my memory of that trauma. Little T trauma.
Right.
No, my parents always signed the permission slip. I grew up and became a teacher, so I like always put my papers in the folder and like always brought everything back. Like I like that.
Yeah.
How about you? I'm guessing yes.
Yes, not because they forgot, but because I wouldn't show it to them and I would just not go on the field trip.
Oh, because you have ADHD?
Oh no. It was all right. If we want to should we get deep and personal here?
I mean,
so
we still have another hour to drive, so.
So we I'm going to tell the story just because I want this to be a lesson for people who had to grow up the way I did.
Okay, everybody, Uncle Dash is telling a story. Listen.
We did not have a ton of money growing up, and you got to be careful when you talk about money in front of your kids because, especially when you're not well off, it can affect them in certain ways. And so, for example, when a field trip would come up, I would, and like, for example, if you had to pay to go on the field
Cop!
Where?
Nailed it! Oh!
I love that I'm telling this like deeply personal
Josh
story.
is telling a deeply personal story, and there's 2 state troopers waiting to listen, baby! That's a point for me.
Oh, and I also have to edit that volume because it was so loud.
You're welcome.
Where was I on my story?
Don't talk about money in front of your kids.
Don't
Be
talk
careful
about
how you
money.
talk about money in front of your kids. Some field trips cost money.
Some field trips cost money. So whenever a field trip would cost money, I would calculate in my head, and if it was more than $10, I wouldn't even ask my parents. I would just say that no, I couldn't go, and they couldn't sign the field trip form. So I would stay behind.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't maybe they could have paid him. Maybe
they didn't want to have the conversation.
Right.
You didn't want
I didn't want to
feel like you could ask.
Right. But also I didn't want them to feel like they had to say yes, and then that was money that they needed for something else.
Yeah.
Right. Which is, I think that's part of the reason that I am the way I am now, and why I will randomly give gifts to people. Just like if I'm out and about and I see something and I'm like, oh, this person would like that gift. Oh, just roadkill.
Really?
Yeah, there was a possum.
Aww.
I know. Sorry for the possum, but thank you for the
Rest in peace,
point.
possum.
This is why I give gifts to people when randomly. This is why I have that little project that I'm doing now where I leave ducks all over the place, right?
Which, by the way, as I was packing my stuff today, I have my shirt, I have my shoes, and I pulled something out and a blue duck fell out.
You're welcome.
And I think it was, I don't know how it happened, but anyway, I found one of your ducks today.
Yeah. So, yeah, backstory. I've been leaving these little plastic ducks randomly in different locations just for people to find and feel a little bit of joy. And so stuff like that. I like giving because growing up, giving wasn't something that was done to me very often because you just couldn't. So, I don't know.
Now you like giving.
Now I like giving. But as a kid, I was afraid, not afraid, but I just didn't want to be a bother and ask for money if it wasn't absolutely necessary, you know?
Yeah, I get that I don't want to be a bother thing.
Yeah.
That's sort of my attitude when it comes to reaching out to friends and stuff. I'm like, oh, they're busy, they got kids, they got a new job, whatever. So I just feel like I don't want to be a bother, even though I know they're friends, right? But I get that. I relate to that feeling. Yeah.
And I saw this thing the other day, and they were like, well, if your friends needed to reach out to you, wouldn't you help them out?
Yeah, of course.
Don't you want them to reach out to you? Don't you feel glad that they thought about you enough to reach out to you and see how you were?
That's the second thought that I have.
And then it's like, but I don't want to be the one.
The first thought is always,
Yeah.
And then the second thought is always, but I would be happy. So
right, exactly. So
I'm trying to get better at it.
Yeah, it's just hard. But, all you can do is try. Be better tomorrow than you were today.
Yeah.
And I think with that,
expressway ends and we reduce speed.
You want to count the points? How many points do we have?
Sure, yeah. Here we are reducing speed.
Oh, supposed to go down to 45?
One. Yeah, I wonder why. Are we not on a highway?
Yeah, we're on a street.
Okay.
The highway has
the highway has become a street. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You have 7 points.
I have 7 points.
Here we go.
Dash has 1 for roadkill, 2 for the permission slip.
This is so bad about having roadkill, is it?
3 for sleeping in a car, 4 for the longest commute, and I gave you 1, so 5 for Jerry Seinfeld having 150 cars.
So I have 5. And you have 7?
7.
So Allie wins! Congratulations.
And I also win because I'm not driving.
So you won from the start.
I won from the start.
Yeah. All right, little ghosties. Thank you so much for joining us on our first ever video and first ever road trip podcast.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, if you like it, then we'll do some more of these.
Yeah, we drive. Improv festival season is coming up, so drives are in the future.
Yeah.
We'll maybe see you soon, but you'll definitely hear from us soon.
Yeah.
We love you, little ghosties.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Now we'd love to hear from you.
You can visit playdatepod.us to watch our videos,
access our episode library,
find out more about our brand of quality, clean comedy,
and contact us with any questions or comments.
Improvisers love audience suggestions, so make sure you visit playdatepod.us.
And the podcast you just heard was a production of Society Circus Players.
If you like what you heard today, please rate, review, subscribe, and share it with a friend.
And finally, if life's a circus, we're the clowns!
Oh no, I think our camera has sunk down slightly. There. That's better.
Okay.
We fixed the camera, everyone. Okay.